So, guys, we are going into the second week of the trades review, the psychology challenge. We have covered in the first part of the video the disciplined trader, how am I going to approach it, and now we are going into the trades. And in the final of the video, we can relate the mindset with the trades. So, the first trade was the Tau trade. Um, the model was pretty clean, like the liquidity was pretty clean. We have here the POC and the volume area high, and price bounced up from that, and I entered here on an overlapping supply almost via limit order. I put my stop loss over there because it was only liquidity. Um, and I was expecting a flush move down. I was not expecting price to move up. I do not like to price move up. I was like a very good entry. Price dumped down, and what happened? At the time, I wasn't very aware. I drawn like this compression on Bitcoin, and what happened? Accumulation model here. We shouldn't exit the trade in this breakoff structure that confirms the accumulation, but we should have exited the trade here after like the completion of the accumulation. We have here like supply. This was the LPS one, and price just dumped higher, and the price here on Tau at that moment was like here, and we should have exited at break even. So order flow objective of Bitcoin was bullish. So here it basically completed the accumulation, right? So here the price just completed the accumulation. I should have exited here, and I just let you try. And I thought, oh, let's stick to the plan. Let's stick to the plan, and the objective order flow was going here. So I think it was a bit of greed. Um, like I won the last trade, so I was too like confident, and I ignored the signals. Like we trade the altcoins in confluence with Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the major. There are some alts that doesn't respect much Bitcoin, but this one does. And although the model looks very clean, we kind of see here some accumulation, and I should have exited at least here at break even, at least. So Bitcoin completed the accumulation, and order flow objective was to go up. I should have exited here. That was the problem. So let's see, technically pretty good pair. The main shit is that the first move up, and we are shorting that. Okay, so the context wasn't the best also. Like the context in the altcoin, the move was pretty good, but we are shorting the first move up, and this was an inside a bigger range model. I was greedy on this trade. Bitcoin confirmed the bullish move, and I just ignored it even after price broke structure on the pair. So always close the trade and the order flow objective confirms, and there is clear evidence. You are playing out of emotions and false beliefs and distortions of the market. So I was distortion. It was a distortion. I was thinking like, oh, it would retrace a bit, but less, and when price goes here, it would just dump down because the model is too good to fail. I was thinking like that, and that's an error. I should correct that. And what happened? A loss. I think I lost 0.5. I think I exited somewhere here, or I just exit out here. I don't know. We have pretty accumulation, like here, accumulation behavior, and yeah. It's journaled, it's reviewed. So the other trade, Aave, was pretty the same. It was the same idea. So now when I have one idea of the market, like that, those basically those two trades were the same. Were the same idea. Like the model, the time of the model. Like this was a range. I think okay from 21. I think the range, even the range formation was almost um, the same. So these were the same market ideas, and or I took with less risk, like 0.75 each, or I choose the best model. Here on Aave, I have two problems. One, technical analysis. I didn't saw that TCT in TCT, and that was a problem because I was on the charts and I could have a very refined entry here, and actually I closed for a 0.5 loss on client, 3.3 loss on breakout. So I think I closed here my trade like here, and the other altcoin that looked pretty clean, very good RTZ, compression and break of structure. I wasn't aware of the TCT and TCT model, and another thing that I have to improve in my executions, like the stop loss. Yeah, okay. So two things that I have to improve in my executions is don't hesitate, pre-plan the execution process and just enter. Like you have to have a checklist like aggressive break, good retracement leg, and I think most of the professional traders have that on their subconscious mind, but I don't have yet. So I'm going to like to try to write a checklist or just write on the charts like a slow move up, no demand, just a good um, rejection from the POI, and here I could have a very refined and good entry. Um, and yeah, like Bitcoin confirmed the accumulation model here at my break even. If I was refined, I could have closed for a 0.5 win or like a 0.18. On this case, I could just end at break even. That's pretty nice. And I did the same. I just closed here. Indeed, it has extreme supply and price reacted of it. And I should have. I don't think I should have waited for the reaction because it would have been the same. But yeah, I should just have exited here. I think the error was the same as in this one. Like I was greedy on this trade. It, false beliefs. Yeah, the emotions and conclusions are the same. So I was having the same mindset for those trades. Next trade was a loss on hype. That was a pretty painful loss for me. Like I traded here that accumulation model. I think one top, two top, three tops on a high time frame. We just have 1, 2, 3. I traded this model, price is the reverse from here, and I think I have a loss. Yeah, because my stop loss was over there and I lost. Doesn't matter, and price just got into this very powerful supply, market maker overlapping supply. I didn't catch the first retracement and the first break of structure here, but I catch like the second retracement and the break of structure, and it created strong supply backed by volume area high. Model 1 distribution, Bitcoin confirmed, and I short hype as my altcoin Confluence. Price front run the supply from LPSI, so price just I think front run some supply here, and it went there, pretty good reaction, break of structure, test here overlapping demand, and it went higher, reject from that supply and just dumped. I think I'm going to pull out of the shorts this one. Hype trade hype. So we had a fucking big problem. I clicked on the B button to write hype, and the OBS paused and I yapped to the air my explanation of this trade, so let's get into it again. So this is a pretty nice high time frame model. I ended up trading here this model 1. I think I got stopped out or break even, and on the higher time frame we can see the 1, the 2 and the 3. Price dumped into here at this demand POI and reverse back up. Actually we have here an accumulation I was not aware of. Just lots of liquidity here. Price dumped into this very powerful supply market maker, overlapping supply, and price reversed back down. So let's see here the 5-minute time frame. We can trust this 5-minute break because it's a very powerful reversal level and it's just liquidity until here. I wasn't on the charts, 6 a.m. in the morning for me. I wasn't awake. I waked up here, around here. I could have entered here and put my stop loss over there. I waited for the demand. Price accumulated, front run the supply, and then break aggressively. While Bitcoin, I think, was there, broke aggressively down. So at the time was like confirming like this model. People were looking to this model and price just dumped here and created more confidence on the model, but I just don't look much hype in confluence with Bitcoin. I'm going to explain it later why. So price broke structure. I exited it a bit, but I should have entered earlier, and price got down, overlapping supply, and then here price just accumulated, went higher and started breaking structure and reversed the order flow objective right here. Right, so right here I saw the break of structure and I thought, oh, this could be a fake break of structure. It was not, because it broke structure again. I saw again the break of structure and I do nothing. Okay, because it has extreme supply. Price went up here, creating liquidity over there and demand here and here. And here was a problem. I started to get fearful when price went into here, and what I've done the mistake that we saw the last episode. Price went up and was starting to reject, and I see another candle up and I exited here because I have fear that price went up and we have more extreme supply. So price, this was my fault, my error. I exited on the phone. I was waking up, I was studying for the university, and I just saw that and I exited. I shouldn't have done it, and I journaled it. So price reversed back up, some accumulation behavior, price went up again, front running extreme supply, and now we are pretty break even. The trade is at here, and what happens? I entered here on the trade. Actually, I entered like here on the trade, and Bitcoin is here like this, and hype is literally this. Like the correlation with the price isn't much. So I just, when Bitcoin started accumulating here and breaking structure, I didn't pay much attention. I should have looked more to the structure on a app. So yeah, back to the journal. What we have here, emotion felt rushed in the beginning to enter because I didn't pre-plan properly the entry. Yes, I wasn't expensive. A flush move towards the overlapping market maker supply. I was expecting a more slow move. Um, Also exited out of fear. I should have exited early if I wanted to exit, or I stick to the plan, or I exit on the accumulation. So if I want to exit a trade, if the trade starts going up, I should have exited here on the break of structure, on the change of the objective order flow, not here in the extreme supply. So don't lose your mind. You became a bit lost last week and started to make the same mistakes, errors. Wait for the supply reaction and find more properly the conditions of exit. Change your mind and your beliefs and better entry process. So, what I should do and what I do now. I do now close conditions. If price broke structure, I close. If price don't react from the supply, I close. And it makes me like when I'm cool and when I'm not stressed and not affected by the market, I simply just define those conditions, and as the market is move, I now like hide the position on the chart so I can have a more objective view on the chart and like change my exit conditions. And yeah, I'm starting to do that. So next trade, pretty nice trade, win on Fartcoin, clean model, good context, higher time frame, LPSI 2, lower time frame, TCT, Wyckoff model. This was a very powerful reversal point because it was of POC of the low time frame and high time frame range. So the execution here, I should see better here the execution on Fartcoin. So okay, is here. So yeah, okay. Oh, lots of shit here. I only want to see the execution. So I wasn't on the chart at this moment. I was in the class and I just went to the charts literally here. I went to the charts literally here, and price lower lows, lower highs, broke structure here like SFP. Okay, here it was a pretty nice SFP, and we can say it broke actually structure here. It was an entry from here to here, or we can actually, yeah, we could have entered here, right? So yeah, it was a pretty nice entry, like here, somewhere around here. I looked into the charts here, price reacted off the demand and just went higher. I waited for the reaction here from the breakout structure, entered here, pretty nice entry. And I don't know why I put a stop loss over here. I think, yeah, we have like, no, this is not actually structure supply, so I've put my stop loss over here. The stop loss should have been, sorry, the stop loss should have been over here. Like, the stop loss should have been over here, but I saw that like an LPS, I don't know, so I should have improved my entries because I'm not on the charts when a model confirms. I don't know why I'm not on the charts, and then I enter on these small pullbacks and I put my stop losses over here on the supplies and the extreme liquidities, but it ended up working out pretty nice, because when price just flushed down and just flushed down over here, I strong reversal area POC, I felt very confident that the price was going to complete the model into the extreme liquidity, and I took 50% there and I left 50% runners. Why? Because of the high time frame context. I wanted something like that, but I was on a prop firm account, so I now take always 70%, 75% here, and let the rest of the position run. Currently on this far counter, and the price was still in a bearish scenario, so I'm sticking to the plan. I exit the trade if the reaction to the extreme. So now we have the conditions of the exit. I exit the trade if the reaction to the extreme supply is bad and Bitcoin doesn't show signs of weakness. So if we some reaction, creation of liquidity and the breakout structures upwards, I exit the trade because price is very likely to take the Utah. So I closed the trade down here as price was confirmed and accumulation, felt confident in that decision. So I closed the trade right here, I think, and price just and taking the Utah. So it was a good play. It was not in confluence with Bitcoin, the exit of the trade, I think. Bitcoin hasn't confirmed some bullish scenario, but I felt very confident because the model was pretty nice, so I exited the trade. The rest of the position, because I took 50% here, and the final RR was 2. Emotions felt a bit rushed to enter again, as I didn't catch the Utah. Felt very confident when price ignored that strong area. I felt very confident, which was a sign for me that the model would complete. Felt so confident that I ignored the trade as price built liquidity back up. I exited in a good position, more out of emotion in my opinion. Master one thing at a time and don't be too greedy. So I just applied the exit conditions. So the next trade was actually a loss on Pepe. This was a pretty fast loss, and as I have a win on this trade, I felt very confident to take this one. I just wake up and I was not in a good mental state to take this trade because I didn't see even that demand POI. So now I don't catch trades, and I just waked up. I receive a notification on my phone when I opened it to log my night and night data from the sleep, and I receive like a notification of a trade entry on Pepe, and I rushed into the PC trying to enter, and I didn't saw these reversal areas. If I also, that was a lot of liquidity, and it was that supply POI. So again, a clean TA trade. The technical analysis is pretty good, like only this demand blocked by the POC, and the liquidity excellent. I entered super rushed after waking up, wasn't even on the mental state to do so, so I didn't saw that. I just entered. I didn't know that was like a reaction from a demand block at the time, and I just entered here, and price just flushed up, and I felt pretty nice as I was having a win streak and I was happy and confident with my trading. So I entered here with 0.5 risk, looking to manage better after the mitigation of the POC. And yeah, after analysis, bad entry should have waited more for that demand reaction. If price dumps, should have waited for that demand plus POC reaction to enter. So I shouldn't have entered here. I should have waited for price to go down there, have a reaction, and enter. I actually made one good thing, that was entering with 0.5 risk, so I lose only 0.5. It is nice. Um, so emotions felt confident entering as the model was clean, and I felt okay with the loss because I was good entries and trades at the moment. Trade a bit rushed without waiting for demand reaction because of FOMO. Like I win this trade, I was confident with my trades. I entered without hesitation. Like the timing of entry was good. Conclusion: the trade was good if taken in the proper break of structure. I should have never taken in a POI like that. So another loss, point 0.5, and the conclusion is never rush trades. Only trade in a mental state, in a good mental state. You have to be focused, confident. I was like rushing into the shots to enter the trade. I didn't analyze the model properly. And the last one, a loss on BTC. I should have never taken also this trade. I exaggerated a lot on this trade. Like, fuck. Look where I entered here. Like fucking lots of buy side liquidity. Lots. Also lots of like side liquidity. Price ended up like actually dumping. So let's dive into it. Another very TA model, like it was pretty good. Like the RTZ, okay, it has that demand. I planned the year to go like risk off or break even or almost break even, but only the demand. The entry was bad again. I should have taken the trade on a more refined position. I was just waiting for price to dump to confirm my beliefs about the market. I was willing to get taken out because of the liquidity build. So I just accepted that I could have get taken out of the trade because of the liquidity, and I just entered here, and just when price dumped and formed and created that demand, that supply POI, I entered. I have the confidence to enter. Only then I have the confidence to enter. And with all this liquidity, I should have never entered. So I felt on the top of the world as price seemed to be confirming truly the model. Like price just dumped and just like taking out all this liquidity. But the problem is here. I didn't saw the compression and the first move, fake move, and I just became excited and happy when price dumped the right here, breaking the view up profile. But it immediately reversed, building liquidity, and I ended up being stopped. So at this point, I should have drilled the stop loss lower to avoid the liquidity crowd stopping me out. Took the trade correctly with 0.5 risk. Okay, the risk management was okay, but I shouldn't have taken the trade. Another trade that I shouldn't have taken, not because I lost, but it was very different from this trade. So it was very different from this trade on BTC. Like the model here was very much cleaner. Like it doesn't even compare. Like it had like liquidity here, but a very strong supply POI. It was much different from here. Like we have lots of liquidity. I should never take something like that. So emotions, fear of loss as I entered too late. Only when price dumped. Also didn't see the potential first move, fake move because of greed, because I was believing that the market would dump, believing that the model was complete. I wanted that, so I was only seeing things to confirm that. So conclusion: don't rush into every model that appears to you. Should never take in Pepe and this trade with these entries, like the algo trade. So I should never rush these models. I like 2 or 3 trades per week is pretty nice for my entries. If I have like this Fartcoin trade, if I took out the model here was a like 3RR trade, 3.5 I think, sorry, okay, so a 3.5 RR here. We didn't have that loss on Pepe because we would be aware of that demand POI if we were like awake on the charts. here the loss on hype, it was just, I was just I could have exit break even, and this is like the average trade. I could exit break even or with a small win here, so we could have ended the week with like 3 or 2% gain at least. So I can never see. Okay, so I'm biased now because I only see and think like I could take the perfect trades and only that play out. But even if I take like this loss on Pepe, if I made a mistake and take a loss on Pepe, take this far trade, didn't mistake and break even here and break even here, I would make like 2.5, almost 3% because this was a 3.2%. I think if I took all the profits here, so even if I make only 2%, that's okay. Like if I made like 3 or 4% this week with a refined entry and a good entry here, like 6 RR entry, and more 2% here, it would be 8%. That would be very, very nice, and I would be almost passing my account. And these are the problems. Like I'm seeing now, reviewing the journal, and like now I'm going to relate it to the Mark Douglas and just applying and changing. I think trading is a habit, but a mindset habit. In the beginning, I think was like technical analysis and journal always the trades, and you should journal all the trades, including the not taken trades. You should also backtest, but I think it's not more on technical analysis but your psychology. Like technical analysis is very important, the TA, it's a very fundamental part of the trading, but it's like it's the car. If you don't know how to drive, how you are going to use the car, and the psychology is the driver license. So I'm now just taking the driver license. So yeah, that's pretty it. We finished the week here with less 0.3%. My accounts at this moment with this loss, my hero account is less 1 at this moment, and my breakout account is less 3%. This is a drawdown, and this is a drawdown. So if I have to make like okay, so this doesn't matter. What matters is being if I apply these good trading habits, I'll pass the accounts eventually and become consistently profitable. So I think it's more about that. I think I'm just attaching a lot to the money and wanting to trade and all of that. So yeah, just another review, and hope you like. So guys, now I'm just doing the psychological review. So first, let's recall the main mistakes from the past week, like the Bitcoin scalp. We can see from the image the take profit, add this POI, and also put a stop loss over there, because if price reached this point, it would go higher as it was liquidity. Also from the PO pole entry, we have the wait for the reaction of the demand. I entered like here, literally I was seeing that in the chart, so it should have waited at least to price go here, almost in check. I entered literally here, so like I literally entered here, and I just have waited a little bit more, like one more minute, but I was in the phone, so it was more difficult. Also, on gold, I literally exited the trade right here. Um, I didn't have any exit conditions, so I have mistaken myself. The price ended up going higher and not respecting the supply POI. So execute enter or exit out of fear and not in the POI's reaction and on the breaks from or fear of lose, like PO, silver, Shao, SLs and TPs on key areas, Bitcoin. Accept always the risk and uncertainty of the market. Surrender to it and follow your rules. All the trades are an individual part of the edge. They aren't related individually as a trade, but as a psychological state of mind over a period of time. So, pointed down. And the Mark Douglas takeaways, I just pointed out some key things to start with. It talks about those feedback loops is to once the fear, let's focus on what's good and accumulate losses. This is kind of what I'm in because today I had two trades to take. I was confident to take the crypto one, but I was less confident to take the forex market one because I had less losses and I ended up going to lunch, so I didn't take it. But I should have taken it because it would restore my confidence, and confidence, I think, and trust in yourself is key, and it comes down to respecting your rules and correct risk management. uh, if not, you are acting out of fear and fear of loss, fear of missing out because you have fear when price goes up because you know in your subconscious that price would probably take your stop loss because you are not acting correctly. So I want to go to this one: risk management, trust plus confidence, and accumulate rules. Other things, it talks a lot disassociate bad feelings from trading. Like, if you see most of our errors and mistakes come from revenge trading, rushing, the stress, like the fear, and one key thing that I'm improving is just don't associate bad feelings with losses. It's easy to talk, but when you lose, you kind of always feel a bit like fuck. But with the time, you implement a mindset like the market is always right. The problem was yours. Like, the market is only showing you what you have to improve. Like, you have to be grateful on the other side. And mistakes doesn't exist. They actually show you what you have to learn. And fine, you go learn that, and the next time you don't have that mistakes. And you can't look at individual trades. You have to look at like 5, 10 trades. Like, it's usual to like loss 1, 2, 3 trades. Okay, so next thing, cure trauma. Any trauma or bad emotion you have associated with the market, you can do meditations, positive affirmations, all of that, to remove any fear, like changing the trading view alert. Also, um, to free your mind, basically to free your mind and put your mind in a state where you can learn new things and remove substitute bad mental and thinking habits for excellent ones. This is a pretty big one. Trading is basically mental and thinking habits, and the trading mental and thinking habits, the mindset of trading is the most like refined personal development habits, and they are very different from the people we are around with, from the place we grew up in most of the cases. So it's like the ultimate personal development shit. I don't know. So yeah, this is a pretty one, and one of that is the losses. Like, when we lose in life and when we made a mistake, like we we are angry. We don't want to make anyone any more mistake, blah blah. But what we have to do is we have to gain more energy to learn the what we made um, what we have made to make a mistake and to learn that and improve. And I think it's the loop that we should practice and acquire. So another key point: be totally responsible for your position. So Mark Douglas talks about that. Like most of the traders are on X, seeing other posts, and like we see always also in groups of traders, even good traders like mine group. Most of the traders just copy trade the trade of the mentor, and they don't take their trades. And how many more time you are copying the trades, the more the time passes, I think you have less confidence on yourself, and you just create a habit of copy trading the good ones. So you have to develop your sense of trading, yeah, and you lose confidence. So it's pretty bad. So you have to make your trades, make your decisions, and analyze first. You analyze first the market and see what others are saying, and then you can like discuss in your mind what's the best opinion and what you see. Like don't attach to price movement. This is a big one. Don't marry to setups and believe that price should move a certain way. Only the market knows to where it should move, not you. So when a model confirms, we shouldn't believe that the model will certainly play out. We should act as the model is like playing out. So if Bitcoin confirms a bearish model one, we should um, assume that the order flow objective and the market is in a bearish environment. But we know that price can just go up and don't confirm the model or break the model. So don't attach to the price and market behavior, especially when you have trades. So be like aware and open to all the price movement. I don't know, so price can go up, can go down, and just don't attach to the monetary value of the price movement. So when you have trades, don't, like I personally take the stop losses and TP out of the chart so I can see more objective. So and the last one, game of probabilities mindset. So this is also a big one, and it's difficult because we as humans want certainty, and trading is not certain. So we have to just accept it's a game of probabilities. Like it's like when you go to a casino, but you are the house. I don't know. So don't look at individual trades, but look up to the collection of them. And the action point, the steps to become profitable, and what I'm working on now is accept the not taken trades. If it was to take it, you would have taken it. So if you wake up at 8 a.m., the trade was at 8:05, you only go to the charts at 8:30, it's okay, perfectly fine, okay, normal. Don't revenge or don't have a sense of revenge, because one of my last recent trades, it happened a thing like that, and I just ended up taking another model after the trade that I missed. That was a nice model, but not has high probability, and RR was very low also, but it doesn't matter. And I ended up losing the trade because I wanted to confirm that I'm good, that I'm a good trader, that I know how the market moves. So be very aware of that, and don't associate losses with negative emotions. As we talked earlier, market is just a reflection of you, and it's just showing you what you have to improve. So yeah, it's pretty that. Like another thing that I remember now, it's like improve one thing at a time. Don't try to improve your psychology at once. Like first I'm going to make sure that I accept all of my not taken trades, all of them, and I can't go to a party knowing that I have a trading session, like, and there are potential models that could play out. It's not that, but when I'm sleeping, when I'm lunching, when I'm in university and doing my other things, just accept it. It makes part of the market. You don't have to have be in the charts when all the trades are happening. And don't associate losses with negative emotions. Just journal and go to the next. I think it's that, and be willing to learn and create a habit of associate good feelings with learning. And yeah, I think it's like you make a mistake, you learn, and you make again, you learn, and you um, and then you just like with the time you create a habit of not making that mistake. You just see the pattern, and you journal the pattern, and just not make that mistake. It's simple as that. So don't overcomplicate. Your mistakes are always because of fear of missing out, fear of lose, greed. It's just simple psychology. And I personally, in my journal, have like the error log. It's in Portuguese, I think. The technical, and the mental one. So FOMO, don't give time to POI's reaction. Don't stick to the plan. To enter on POIs that are not very important. And fear of lose, don't enter on limit orders when the model is pretty confirmed. So yeah, I think it's that for the video. And also a very cool tip that I use and often improved a lot. It's like in the beginning of a trading session, take like 10 minutes, even 5 minutes to close your eyes and just trying to remember your last week trades and your errors. So like recall them, visualize that, and visualize what you have to do the next time. So when you are trading on the charts, your subconscious mind alerts you like you can do that because you have done like in those trades, this trade, this trade, and this trade. And yeah, it's pretty that. So hope you enjoyed the video, and good trades, guys. Let's go.